I would like to present you the case of Pakistan. What's happening in Pakistan? Me being a Pakistani by birth, living in exile, cannot go back to my country. Uh, I've been working in human rights field and I know what's happening in my country, but the world has a different picture of Pakistan. So let me introduce my country to you, that how many human rights violations are going on in Pakistan. First of all, we would come to ethnic minorities. According to Pakistan's constitution, minorities are only religious minorities. But in Pakistan, there are ethnic minorities subjugated by majority of Punjabis. There are sectarian minorities, even though majority, like Barelvis, who are majority sect of Pakistan, but they are subjugated by minority sects, Al-Hadis and Wahhabis. And then we have religious minorities who are most persecuted people on this earth. Let me start with ethnic minorities. Pakistan, right from 1947, its independence, its separation from India, it fell into Pakistan's notorious army, the terrorist army. Terrorist army have used Islam and mullahs extensively throughout in these 70 years to exploit the common Pakistanis and export terrorism. I would not go in very much details in the history, but since Afghan war in 1979, when Zia-ul Haq, the military dictator, who was not accepted by US authorities because he had martial law in Pakistan, but due to Soviet invasion, US came into alliance with Pakistan's that military dictator who double crossed you. He never allowed you to come out of Afghanistan. Pakistan's ISI and army always created a situation that American army remains occupied, engaged in Afghanistan. They are doing it till now. Even last week, this week, in Afghanistan, a funeral was attacked, a maternity home was attacked. Do you think a human being can do this? But our army is used to doing this. Let me take you briefly to East Pakistan. What happened there? A genocide. Millions of Bengalis killed. Millions of Bengali women raped, and those Bengalis were Pakistani nationals at that time. It was East Pakistan, it was not Bangladesh, and they were just asking for basic human rights, right to their own language, right to job, right to rule, and right to life. A genocide was committed, and finally they got independence. The majority Pakistanis, 55% population of Pakistan at that time was East Pakistan. They got independence from minority. Then from 1970s, the occupied Baloch land, because Balochistan was given an autonomous status by British before 14 August 1947, on 11 August 1947. But Pakistan invaded and occupied Balochistan. Balochistan wants independence. Balochs are struggling for their rights on their motherland. Now you know what is Balochistan is. Balochistan is a rich province with natural resources and a strategic geopolitical situation, with Gwadar being a port city there, exploited by Chinese and Punjabis. Not only Gwadar, entire Balochistan. The wealth of Balochistan, Rakodek gold mines have largest gold reserves in this world. They are being exploited by Chinese and Punjabis. The petrol, the oil, the gas, the unique kinds of minerals that only exist in Balochistan. They are being exploited by Chinese and Punjabis hands in hand, and nobody is speaking. And when Baloch they speak, they get disappeared. There are thousands of Balochistan youth disappeared. Press cannot speak about it. Balochistan is a no-go area. Except cantonment areas, which are so many in Balochistan, there is no internet anywhere, there is no mobile service anywhere. Basic human needs, water is not given to Baloch people. The supplier of gas to entire Pakistan, the Balochistan, the Baloch women have to walk miles in deserts to collect woods to run the energy needs of their home. To bring a bucket of water, they have to walk miles in deserts. But the riches of Balochistan are being exploited by this army. Nothing is given to common Baloch people. And when they ask for their rights, they are targeted. Their homes are being raided. They are killed extrajudicially. They are brutally tortured. Baloch people have no human rights in Pakistan. Now we come to KPK, especially the FATA, ex-FATA areas, which are now merged to KPK province of Pakistan. FATA was federally administered tribal areas of Pakistan. Again, like Balochistan, they were independent mostly, and the border, it was a buffer area between Afghanistan and Pakistan, KPK province. So there was no border and free movement, as the Pashtuns of Pakistan and Pashtuns of Afghanistan have never accepted the Durand line, which was drawn by British Empire. And for a longer period of history, Afghanistan did not accept Pakistan's independence due to this Durand line. That FATA region during this Imran Khan government was merged into KPK. They have no human rights. A brutal military operation is going on. The evil designs of Punjabis for Pashtuns right from Afghan war was to target Pashtun youth, educate them in madrasas, train them to become a mujahid, terrorist, and then send them for global terrorism. During this pandemic, a doctor in America is going on in a trial. He was arrested. That doctor belongs to, of course, Pakistan, for terrorism during this pandemic. Very open trial. Shocking. And today somebody told me that a Pakistan origin lady is arrested and being convicted for supporting ISIS, the Islamic State terrorist group. So these Pashtun children are trained in madrasas to kill people on the name of Islam. They become Taliban, and then they are sent to Afghanistan to kill their very Pashtun brothers. And then finally the oppression by Pakistan army against Taliban or terrorist or on any name, the oppression doing army officers were also Pashtuns. A very late realization came to Pashtuns that what is happening to us? We are terrorists, we are innocent, we are protectors, army, the Pashtun, because there are many Pashtuns in Pakistan army. It's only Pashtuns. Even the dresses, when rehearsals for public security are going on, when they say that when a terrorist comes, how do you react? When they show a terrorist, it is in Pashtun dress, in Pashtun total get up with Pashtun cape and everything. Pashtuns started realizing that what is happening to us, we are being made terrorists, we are being made mujahids, fighters, and only that and nothing else. And end of the day, world is thinking that Pashtuns are terrorists. PTM began their rights movement in 2017. They became a political party. 2 members of assembly were, they contested elections, last elections, and they won with majority, simple majority. PTM is the voice of Pashtuns. and PTM says that enough is enough, we don't want to get involved in this war. And the result is that Delhi Pashtun houses are raided, Pashtuns are escaping for their lives. If they are liking boots of Pakistan army, if they keep liking the boots of Pakistan army, they can stay in Pakistan. Otherwise, there are so many Pashtun activists who are living in Washington and New York and Europe and everywhere. This is the story of Pashtuns.